Right, welcome along guys. This is a VRS GT sprint race from the amazing Red Bull Ring. Now I'm massively out my depth on this one, 4.6K strength of field, so I'll need to drive really well to get anything out of this race. I'm also trying to get my safety rating back up, so the odds are stacked against me a little bit on this one. If you like the video, then do us a favour, click the like button, really appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribing, then you'll be doing me a massive favour by subscribing to the channel. Right, thanks guys, let's get on the grid.
25 in the right column.
Top split. Amateurs.
All right. Keep your line. Still there. Keep your line. He's still there. And still there. He's still with you. Keep this line. Right side's clear. Oh, on your right. Your right. On your right. Clear on the right.
Again, top split.
Car on your left. You're clear on the left. He's on your left. He's still there. Clear on the left. P19. Side. You are clear on the right.
broken. We think our refueling window will open after 23 minutes. It closes after 32 minutes.
It's a harsh off track, that one, wasn't it?
Didn't hurt that sweat.
Jensen is leading the race.
Torturing this guy with my headlights because he was flashing me relentlessly when I was ahead of him. So I'm just returning the favour. A few off tracks there, mate.
That lap time was 1:29.94. Good lap, that's your quickest so far.
All right. Still there. He's still there. Keep your line. The right side's clear.
Rude. Give him loads of space there, didn't I? Just decided to take a little bit more than I gave him. I know Troy though, I've seen him in a lot of lobbies now. I know he's quicker than me, so it doesn't do me any good to try and defend against him. I think there's been some sort of admin error anyway that's landed me in this room. Strength of field's just ridiculous. Try and stay in the draft as long as I can. The fact that I'm in positive iRating is remarkable.
Mario, what the fuck?
Oh dear. Dear me. Never mind. I hope Troy was flashing his lights at him there and it put him off.
That was 129.58. Jensen is now leading.
Not sure what Jim popped up for there, but
That was 129.44. That's your fastest lap.
side by side ahead. That little pack keeps battling, slows us down. Slow themselves down. Me and Choi might just get on the back of these. And by me and Choi, I mean Choi. I'm happy to stay here. Oh, I thought I was going to be an off track. Really trying to work on my consistency. Having watched the Spa 24 hours for quite some time, obviously the live stream, if you saw it, I did watch a lot of the race, and I noticed that the lap times weren't too much quicker than my best lap times. They were just putting them in every lap, and that's the difference at the top level, I think.
Okay, Duncan, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. E20.
So with my iRating climbing as it has done recently, I will find myself in the top split a little more often, and it is the consistency that's going to pay off, I think.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. Jensen is now leading.
Just bogged down a little bit there.
That's a new fastest lap for Colin on 128.51.
So Sapini behind me is closing the gap. When he gets within draft, I'll probably pit. He's closed that gap over the past few laps. Enough for me to know he's quicker than me. It's another 2/10 out of me there.
E19, you're second down in sectors 1 and 2. Sector 3 is 3.9 off the pace. Alright Duncan, that's good consistency, keep it up.
So I'll pit at the end of this lap. Once he's behind me, he will come past. He's got the speed clearly, 3.8k iRating. So we'll come in, do our pit stop nice and early. So no heroics on the way in, just nice and smooth.
Colin on is now in the lead.
It's a difficult pit entry. You find yourself a little wide and you cut across the red marking on the floor. It's a penalty, as I found out on my first time around here.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
So crew chief's giving me 21 litres here. Might be a little bit too much, but we'll go with it. Slow getaway.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit.
So I don't know what position Carmelo came in from, but it's 3.5k. So we'll keep an eye on the relative and see the gap. 3.2 currently. If we keep some sort of pace to Carmelo, then we should be looking good. But what will probably happen is I'll probably come, once all the pit stops have happened, I'll probably be right on top of Michael, the guy who was flashing me in the early stages, then crashed, because that's just kind of how that happens. More often than not. Meet each other on track again. So the fact that I'm only 8 in the red after my pit stop before a lot of people have done theirs is a very good sign. So I'm going to try not to push it all here. I'm at 1x. I do need safety rating. Try and keep it as consistent as I can. So you can kind of go around that second to last turn just holding 4th gear, but you'll get much more rotation by going down in the 3rd, and
B19.
although 4th's probably a little bit quicker for me, that rotation just stops me risking the off track. So Michael's actually 8.5 seconds behind me after his pit stop, so no risk of him rocking up behind me in his flasher Mac. It's one thing I don't understand about the use of the headlights. I've got no problem with somebody flashing at you if you're getting blue flagged and you're not getting out of the way, or if you've had contact with them and you know they're letting you know that they think you're to blame for that and they're not happy with you. I understand all that for the use of headlights, and I'll use them myself in both of them situations, but when you just feel you're quicker than someone and you expect that person to yield the position to you just because you think you're quicker than them at that current stage of the race, I'm not having that. I think it's disrespectful.
B18.
And I'm glad he crashed.
Good consistency. Keep him coming. Okay, Duncan. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Stay on it. Keep digging.
Currently 1 in the red then, someone else has made their pit stop. I can't remember what position I was when I came in, but I know Choi was just ahead of me. And I forget the guy's name who was behind me. Sapini, something like that. An Italian sounding name. So we'll see where he is after the pit stops, because I would imagine he'll come through. He'll probably come through and then challenge Choi, I would have thought, looking at the speed that he had. I think it was a green Lamborghini. So I've somehow got past Choi. So he's had an issue in the pits.
That's a new fastest lap for Colin on 128.45.
So that's a result. mean, there's no guarantee I'll stay ahead of him, but unless I make a mistake, I don't think he's got the pace to close 8 seconds. Had another little go at painting this car like I did the Mercedes. I quite enjoy it actually. Nothing flash by any means, just stick a couple of colours on, stick a couple of logos on. And that'll do me. I'd like to learn a little bit more how to do it, and there's no spec map on it or anything like that.
0.33 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace.
So no fancy paint or anything like that, just standard colours, logo placement. But I like it, I think it looks decent, clean. So we'll hope to learn a little bit more about painting in the future. And hopefully they'll improve, the liveries will improve as we do. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be putting Tam out of business anytime soon, but it just saves me a wait if I want a paint doing from Tam. And also I could probably give him a little bit more to go on when we discuss the next paint I want on the car.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
There he is then, Sapini. Was Sapini one of the first bad guys in Peaky Blinders? I'm sure he was Sapini. Or Sabini.
I'm sorry, man. I fucked up.
We all know what happened to him.
Okay, Duncan, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
So I got the colour right. It's not a Lambo, but it's green. I might have to save a bit of fuel here. It's saying refuel 0.7. Don't know how accurate that is.
He's leading the race.
Looks like we've nicked another position there, I think.
Okay, Duncan, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
So I think we've jumped Ortega in the pits, and I think we've jumped Dunkel in the pits. Oh.
Jensen is now in the lead.
Wide on both them corners. 6 seconds to Choi. I know he's quicker than me. Slow through there as well. I don't want to think about it too much. Just want to try and finish this race clean on 1X if I can. 24 iRating would put me on 3.1k exactly, I think. Should be a nice round number. So we'll just see 5.5 to Choi. Keep an eye on it. He's definitely closing that gap.
New fastest lap for Kim, 128.44.
Back end just getting away from me there as I turn in. So the thing to remember,
Kim is now leading. Okay, Duncan, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
when someone's closing the gap behind you is looking at the gap I've got now to Choi, 5.7 seconds. He's clearly not quick enough to close that gap over this distance unless I make a mistake.
16.
But the problem is people will see that gap closing and try and brake a bit later, try and get a throttle a bit earlier, when all that's going to do is increase the risk of a mistake and give him more chance of catching you. Best thing you can do is just drive how you have been. And he will close the gap, but it's only going to be a few tenths a lap, and hopefully not enough for him to catch me. 5 seconds now with gap.
Push, 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 or we'll lose this place.
Shut up, Jim. See, that's not helpful, is it? Crew chief contradicting exactly what I've just said. Telling me to push or we'll lose the place. Steady away, Jim. That's all I need. Steady away. .7, 4.8. So the more this goes on, and the fewer laps remaining he has to catch me, the risk's on him, and he'll start pushing a little bit more. And realistically, this is the only way I'm ever going to get anything out of these races at this level. With the current pace I have in the sim.
Jensen is leading. Okay, Duncan, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
I'm never going to be challenging for podiums up here. But hopefully I can hold my own on in the field.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Scheiße, wegen dir werde ich jetzt disqualifiziert.
The car ahead's pitting.
Where's he going?
Nicht mal eine Berührung auf dem 4X.
Freebie.
Du weißt doch, wie es im iRacing läuft. Komm, fahr vorbei, ey. Kicken auf den Sack irgendwie.
I can only imagine he's got a drive-through penalty.
Ja, dann ist es voll abfahren sogar.
So there's another position. It's not just Choi behind either, Christian Ortega's there. There's a back marker between them, but they're obviously in a close fight themselves. So I'll be the last thing on the mind at the moment. So across the line, last lap, P17.
We're running on fumes, mate. 1 more to go.
.30 in the green now. Can't complain.
P16. Two minutes to go. 2 minutes.
There we go then, a points finish in a strength of field like this. Very pleased about. Only 1 incident point as well. Right, there you go. Consistency pays off. 1.62 safety rating now, then we had a little boost of 0.35, which I'm happy about, and 31 gained iRating takes me to 3.107, so just over 3.1k. So really happy about that. If you like the video, guys, please give us a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribing, please click that button there for future content. Right, cheers, guys. See you on the next one.